10 seconds.
Ready or not, here we go.
Expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, BBC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors. This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691. Or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate through all market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you.
Hello and good afternoon. Hope you had a great week. Thank you for joining me today. Glad we can spend this time together. You are listening to The Financial Chick Show, and I am The Financial Chick. My name is Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions, a full-service independent financial planning firm located in Medford. I'm here live every Friday at 5:30 p.m. on 103.9 LI News Radio. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to know more about me or my firm, you can check out my website at financialchickshow.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions, so like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. Well, it's been yet another busy week. So much is happening, and it really is hard to keep up with it all. But I'm hoping to get you all caught up today. Well, I didn't go into the whole weather thing. I have been in a deep depression, as many of you know that do listen to the show. Today, well, I don't really know. There's varying things on the calendars. It was either today or yesterday. I don't even know. It was the last day of summer, and we've officially moved into fall. Which, again, don't get me wrong. I love sweater weather. I love pumpkin spice, and John and I were talking about pumpkin pies. I mean, all this stuff, the food, the festivities, it's all good stuff. It's just what comes after fall that I'm just not very fond of, and we know that's true. And it's the end of boating season, but we're trying to push that as far as we can. But before we get started in the financial portion of the show, I'd like to thank my guest last week, the Honorable Marion McNulty. We dedicated the entire show last week to the conference that the Town of Brookhaven Women's Advisory Board is having next Sunday, which is September 30th, at the Town of Brookhaven Town Hall, located in Farmingville, at 8:30 a.m., bringing attention to the problem of human trafficking. So the tickets are $10, but I'm going to give a special offer because as a board member and a sponsor from my power organization and Diversified Financial Solutions, we have been given tickets. So as one of my listeners to the radio show, you can get a complimentary ticket from me if you decide you want to attend the conference. The Financial Chick will provide that to you. I have 7 tickets available. So you can go to my website, financialchickshow.com, and go to the Contact Us tab on the top of the website, and you will have either my phone number or an email that you can leave me your name and number, and I can put you on my guest list to be one of my guests for the conference. So again, go to my website, or you can give the office a call at 631-758-8691. We won't be back till Monday though, so it's probably better just go to the website and leave your information on the Contact Us area, and just leave your pertinent information, and you will be there. And I think you're going to enjoy. Well, maybe enjoy is not the best word, but it's going to be a very insightful event, and I think it's things that we need to know. And I'm excited and looking forward to hopefully making a change, some positive changes. This is the first step, so got to make it happen. So As far as my week was, on Wednesday morning, Patrick Medford High School had a donor appreciation breakfast to thank all the donors that supplied scholarships last year to their high school students. So that was really nice, and it was great to see everybody. And I think that's really nice that they do that. So we had a really good time. So that was Wednesday morning, and then I was back at school on Wednesday night to attend the senior night to find out all about college applications and the changes in FAFSA, so financial aid forms. So if you are a parent with a high school student, we could definitely commiserate. We got a lot going on. There's some changes this year, which I will let you know. So ready or not, here we go. It's going to happen, but it's really just being on top of things and being in the know and getting those applications in. And there's a lot. I mean, we could do a whole show on this, but I'm going to give you some of the financial aid form changes or highlights that came passed my way, so I want to share that with you. So apparently the number of questions went down from 100 down to roughly 30 questions, so that sounds good, a little bit more streamlined and a little bit quicker. There was a name change. They usually called it the expected family contribution, what the family is supposed to pay toward the college education. It's now known as Student Aid Index, or SAI, so be aware of that. As far as the Pell Grant, the maximum award is going from roughly $6,700 to $7,400 on the Pell Grant, but there will be a reduction in awards for students that are not going full-time to college, so just to be aware of that. This is something that's probably not so hot. Actually, I know one of our power members, she has triplets. We met in pre-K, went at Holy Angels, we met, and all the girls were friends at the time. But so this is not good news for her. The amount of children in college no longer impacts age. So financial aid, the more kids you had, or the more kids, not even in the same year, but kids in college period, you got a discount. But that they took away. Don't understand why, but that's what they did. Okay, divorced parents. It used to be that the custodial parent had to be the one to do the financial aid form. It's now the parent that provides the financial support. If financial support happens to be 50-50, it may default to the parent with the highest adjusted gross income. So that's just something for divorced parents out there. This is a really thing, and this is right in my wheelhouse, and this is something that's interesting and will definitely change the planning in my practice. Financial aid support from others is no longer taken into consideration. So if you receive a gift or a 529 from a grandparent, it will no longer impact your ability to receive aid. So that was something that, you know, some of my clients would open up a 529 for their grandchild, and then, you know, when they did financial aid, it would kind of do a little bit of a ding for them, and the kid would get less support. But they've taken that away, so that is actually a very positive and good thing. So there's sometimes, you know, good green shoots in these crazy changes that happen. And then the income protection goes up. The income protection for both parents and students has gone up. I don't have those numbers yet. Again, the financial aid forms. Oh, and one other big change. It used to open on, I believe it was October 1st, but they're not going to open up the financial aid forms till December, early December now. So that is definitely a big change that, you know, you're not going to be able to kind of get a quick start on that. But you do have to get your college applications in usually by November 1st or November 15th if you're not doing early, you know, requests to have early admission. So that's what's happening. So like I said, good luck to all of you, and I'm right in there with you. So let's learn and do this together, and I'll keep you apprised as we move through this journey. So I just wish time would slow down, because I can't believe next week is the last week of September. Like the school just started, and it's just everything's rolling quickly. So, you know, what makes it go quickly, I guess, too, is all the news that we're bombarded with every single day, every single week. And the news in New York and in the country has been quite harrowing the past week. So one of the things that we saw was Hochul has changed the voting rules. There's some new voting rules in New York, and basically, you know, you can register to vote the day of voting at this point, and you know, we're just going to be a free-for-all on the mail-in ballots, and so I don't know. I'm not feeling too good about a lot of the changes that have transpired. You know, and then you compound that with Mayor Adams saying that we can't take any more migrants because they were being overloaded in New York City. And it just kind of, when you connect the dots, makes you believe that, if anybody can really vote, we don't want to suppress anybody's vote. I don't think I could go to another country and place a vote somewhere else. And I feel that that's something that could possibly take place here in New York. And I just don't know. Again, no borders, no country. I mean, we really have a huge crisis right now. And they just said just on Wednesday we had over 10,000. Was it 100,000 or 10,000 now? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, I think I might have typed it wrong. In any event, it was more than we should have had. It basically came over the border just on Wednesday. So the borders are not secure. People are coming over here. And again, how does this deal with financial planning? Well, it does, because for all of us, we're going to pay for all of this. And I spoke about the human trafficking conference that we're having. I just can say that if you have people that are coming here, and if you watch the videos of people coming, they happen to be young men or, mostly men. It's not families, and when you can't work here legally, which of course that's another thing that they're trying to do in New York, but they can't work here legally, what are they going to do? And usually it's going to be something that's not going to be legal or not good for our community and our country. So we got a lot of things that we've got to unpack, but we're running into the commercial already because time flies when you're having fun. But you are listening to the Financial Chick Show. This is Denise Nostrom. My company's Diversified Financial Solutions. I help you look for financial solutions when you feel like there are none. See, I'm so choked up, I can't take all the drama, right? It's very stressful. But feel free to contact me at 631-758-8691 or go to my website, financialchickshow.com. But stay tuned, after the break, we have more. I'm like choking on my own spit. Yeah, I was double guessing myself. It was 10.
It was 10,000.
It was 10,000.
Right
okay, good. Thank you for. Okay, so for Facebook viewers, it was 10,000. I wasn't sure because I'm like, there's so many numbers that spin around in my head.
Was it all those migrants that are coming on that train? That open train, because I remember that was a thing too. I don't know if that was last week or the week before.
I have no idea. I've lost track. I just get these little snippets, and it's just a lot. But we shall see. One day at a time. That's all we can do.
Mineola's safe so far. The counties are safe, but they are really being pushed, and that is a bit frightening.
Well, that's what I'm going to talk about after the break. That that the New York City schools are being overwhelmed. And it's just not a good thing.
Like, you turn your citizen registered voters against you, but then you don't care because you have hundreds of thousands of voters coming across the border.
And you don't want to, you don't want to go there. You don't want to. You really don't want to go there. But it's just very suspect. And if you or I did something illegally, we're going to jail. But some don't. And I don't understand that part. If someone gets it, let me know. Facebook Live, But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
35 seconds, but
so fast.
Yeah. I had a point and I forgot what it was. I had a brain for it.
There's so
I'll
many
tell it to you after the show.
Okay, sounds perfect.
Ten seconds.
Alrighty. Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company is in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all of those changes. So today we're just, last week I had a guest, so didn't get to do my rants. No, I'm not really ranting. Well, maybe I am ranting. But just a lot of stuff is going on, again, here in New York and around the country that, really affect all of us. And, not only just our mental situation, but also our financial and our pocketbooks, right? So, we talked about some new voting rules that are happening. Mayor Adams saying we can't take any more migrants, and after we say we're a sanctuary city, and now you can't just kind of flip the switch, and just change things around. But one of the things that's really being that's really tough right now is the New York City schools are being overwhelmed with children. We have this No Child Left Behind, which is a great thing to have. But everything has a maximum, and they're just being overrun, and the teachers are overwhelmed, and they don't know what to do, and they're being asked to buy supplies for these students that are in these schools that can't afford or don't have the items that they need. And we're not even talking about the whole vaccination thing. I mean, all of us that have children in school know that we have to have certain vaccines or they can't go to school. And I can't imagine with the overwhelming numbers that are entering the schools that all of them have been checked and vetted for their vaccines. And again, this is a big deal because this is the lives of our children and our schools and our city and our state, and quite frankly our country. I mean, it kind of grows. It's a big situation. We also are dealing with the United Auto Workers strike and the writers strike, and it's really very interesting because these factions tend to vote Democrat, and that this is happening under a Democrat president. I guess the one that's really kind of interesting is the United Auto Workers, because with cars and gas automobiles, as far as competition with U.S., the big three car companies, they're kind of foraying into the EV or electric vehicle scenario, but the competition is fierce with Tesla and China with NIO and all these other companies that are doing electric vehicles. So you vote for a president that's supposed to support union rights, and then they're kind of putting you out of business. So there's just so many things that just don't make sense and are just very interesting to kind of look at and say, God, what is going on? But there's more. And of course, the market's been a little bit crazy this week because of the debt ceiling fight. And this is the thing that makes me crazy too. I mean, right now we are sitting on $33 trillion in debt. And to bring that into some reality, if we wanted to pay that off with all of the Americans, now of course this would be just the legal ones, but if we all had to pay into the government to pay off that debt, it would be $98,000 per person to cover that whole entire debt. So the fact that we're even talking about a debt ceiling and raising such a debt ceiling and not really focusing on the fact that maybe, just maybe, we should reduce expenses. But again, as we onboard more people into the country, having to give out more benefits and hotels, I just don't know where it ends. I just don't know where this goes. But what I do know is that it's going to be a tough gig for all of us. And as a financial advisor, as your financial advisor, I mean, that's always the things I'm looking for, is to kind of help you to keep more of what you earn. Because let me tell you something, we all work real hard. And I don't mind helping people. I'm a very generous person, not to pat myself on the back, but I do give a lot of my income to other scholarships and to organizations and all that kind of stuff. But I like to choose. I don't want the government choosing for me and telling me where I have to put my money. And I'm sure most of you feel that way. I talk to people all day long, clients, and everybody's really disgusted, And then to add to that, mortgage rates came out this week that they are now at 7.47%. Now, keeping that in perspective too, now we've had a really long stretch with interest rates that were pretty much zero. And obviously mortgage rates were low too. I remember when my mother bought her house back in the 80s, she paid double digits, 17, 16, whatever the percent was. So in perspective, it's not terrible, but it just, it's at a time where credit card debt's going up. And I just met with clients this week, and they've built up some credit card debt, and the numbers 29.99, 27.99, and I'm just like, I'm doing my best. I mean, their portfolio did about 10% year to date, 11%, which was great, but I'm like, we're basically giving it away. So if you're paying out, let's say 21, being generous, I'm getting you 11, you're losing 10% safely. Safely, that's a bad word to use, but you're blowing away 10% of your money. So, but why are people going to the credit cards? Because they can't afford stuff. Food is still up. Oh my God. Heating oil, oil itself went over $90. So we're going into the heating season where things are going to get cold. So it's just like, what are they doing? You sometimes say, what are the politicians doing? They're fighting. They're who's taking who down and everything. They're supposed to be working for us. We pay them a salary through our taxes, and I'm not sure what they're doing. Again, if I wasn't doing the right thing for my clients, they would leave. Unfortunately, we don't have that opportunity, and it's really, really frustrating, and it's really annoying. And I know a lot of people are getting pretty aggravated about this, but and then this came across the wire today. So I don't know if everybody remembers Senator Bob Menendez, Democrat from New Jersey. He has been indicted and charged with corruption for the second time in 10 years. So this is your government, He, in connection with the corrupt relation with three New Jersey businessmen, according to the U.S. Attorney in New York, basically the 69-year-old senator and his wife allegedly accepted hundreds of thousands of dollars of bribes in exchange for using Menendez's power and influence as a senator to seek to protect and enrich Hannah, Uribe, and Diebs and benefits of the government of Egypt. I don't know. Does this sound a little familiar to you about what's going on right now? I don't know. But I'm just saying, it's just all of this stuff. It doesn't look good for the United States. It doesn't look good for the government. And, where are the honest people, and I don't know. It just really, it sends me over the edge and gets me super, super frustrated. But these are the things that are going on, and we need a reset. I really think we need a reset because, just because you're in a leadership position, it shouldn't mean that you should be doing favors. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So there was a senator that came on this week also. I don't remember his name, but he's like in Maryland or something like that. And he was talking about how Biden should be elected again, reelected because he's done such a great job. And the guy said, the interviewer said, well, what did he do? And he said, well, he's done a great job in Ukraine. he's helping them out, and he's got all these countries to mobilize. And I was just waking up, so I was half awake, and I'm like, what country do I live in? and who we help? Like, I don't know, like, shouldn't we help ourselves? Again, I always equate it to like being on an airplane, right? When they say, if God forbid you lose pressure, you take the mask and you put it on yourself. And if you're with an older person or with a child, you've got to be the strong one to help others. If we're not strong, everybody comes to freaking the United States to get what they need. If we're not strong, it's going down. Everything's going down. And I'm kind of negative today, I know, but anyway, so I'm going to leave it at there. But a couple of things on another front. For people that have Putnam investments, if you have mutual fund investments in Putnam funds, later this year, there's going to be some proxy solicitations that are going to be mailed out. Make sure you do them. Interestingly enough, we're seeing a lot of consolidation in the industry. Franklin Templeton is going to be buying Putnam. And like I said, it's kind of procedural that they send out this stuff. It's probably going to happen. But still, send out your solicitations so they don't keep harrowing you with the phone calls and all that, or bothering with all the phone calls. One thing they changed too, if you have an inherited IRA, RMDs were supposed to come out this year, but the government changed their mind and said, well, you don't have to do it this year, but you still have the 10-year rule where you have to take everything out. Anything I talk about, if you have questions, give a call to the office. I know it's a lot. And then one other quick thing I will tell you, we got banned on our Facebook about a post. We do posts that come from sources. This was the Wall Street Journal about how Chinese imports have reduced over the past couple of years. We didn't have as many imports this year, and we got banned by actually a company in Brazil, and everything was in Spanish, saying that we couldn't post that post. So if you think we're in control and we're not being overtaken, you're totally wrong. All right, I didn't mean to end on a bad note. But anyway, all is good. The market is a little volatile, but we will overcome. So listen, I want to thank you all for listening. Let's try to do better and be better. Have a great week. And if there's topics, let me know and we can talk about it. Until next Friday. Thank you, Facebook. Anybody who's been on there or listening after the live show, thank you so much for taking the time to check in and see what's going on. Yeah, a little bit of a crazy show today, but I don't know. I guess, you kind of feed off the people that you meet with all week and the calls that you get, and everybody I talk to. I couldn't really say it on the line, in the air, but I don't know. I can say it on here. Everybody's pissed off is really the bottom line. And, I don't know. I just hope that, I don't know. I just vote appropriately and just really vet your candidates. And it doesn't really mean that you have to go one way or the other, but just make sure the person is on the up and up. All right, have a good weekend. Till next Friday. Bye.